On our site. Look at that. See, Deb told
There
me to
we
remind her, and
go.
I subtly did that. So thank
Yep. There are a few more expected, but they'll catch up.
you for sure. All right, we will share the deck. Let me pull it up. Oh, hold on. I'm seeing all kinds of things. Okay, allow, minimize this, open this, and this, and share that. All right, great. So thank you all for joining us. I don't know why this bar is here. Should have asked Randy. Okay, I moved it. All righty. So thank you. This is our first time, at least the first time we know that we are going to do a new member orientation. So that's why we want to save it out on our site. It's a really good time to be a part of our chapter because it is certainly growing, and you're going to get an opportunity to hear from most, if not all, of the VPs. So you'll get to hear about their area, and we'll certainly have time for a conversation after. I'm Kim Reed. I'm the VP of membership and volunteers. And I am gonna try to get my thing to work. So we'll do a welcome. Deb's gonna talk to you, our chapter president. She's gonna welcome you in, and then we're gonna talk about the value from the different VPs, what we offer, what's a little different about our chapter, and we'll talk about all the services we provide and how you can get involved if you choose to, and we'll talk about next steps. So we certainly are gonna we're gonna hand it over to Deb, and she's gonna welcome us all.
Thanks, Kim. Hi, everyone. As Kim said, I'm privileged to be the president of the of this Pittsburgh chapter. We're not just a network, right? We're a community, and we are committed to empowering all the individuals in the chapter in their pursuit of excellence in project management. We're striving to elevate the standards of project management practices in the region and beyond. And we're taking a little bit of a shift in how we do that, right? We know that success is more than just delivering on time and in scope. So we're trying to, we all know we need to create the value that people can see and feel. So the benefits of membership they'll help you to take advantage of that as you progress along your project management journey. The pictures are from our 45th anniversary just last fall. We're looking forward to 45 more. So I'm glad that you're all here. And like Kim said, I hope you'll stay engaged with the chapter. And I'll turn it back over to Kim and the rest of the board to share what we're up to.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Deb. So we want to hear from you first. We are so happy that you joined us tonight, but these are just some ideas. We wanted to get a sense of what brings you here today. Maybe you wanted to learn more about PMI and our chapter. Maybe you're looking to develop new skills or advance in your career, connect with other professionals. Maybe you want to do some mentoring, or you're just curious. So I think we have a small enough group. We could have folks just kind of tell us why you're here tonight. I can't see who wants to go first, so I don't know who. Maybe Jeff joined first. Maybe Jeff, what are you
Yeah,
thinking?
I was kind of wondering. So yeah, so I got my PMP last fall. So I joined. I've been in PMI, I don't know, a couple years ago. And I'm glad you guys are having this orientation because you kind of get dropped in, you're kind of lost in okay, what happens and who's in charge and who does what and whatever. So this is really helpful. But the main reason that I got involved was for networking.
Awesome.
And then as I started looking into it, it looks like there's volunteer activities and other things you can kind of get involved in, which not only helps with networking but overall career. So that's me.
Awesome. Well, welcome. That's perfect. You're going to hear all about that tonight.
Great.
Uh, all right. Who else? Who else wants to give us a why you're here?
Hi, everyone. My name is Danielle Robinson. The reason why I choose to be a member of the PMI, I'm not new to project management, but I am new to the Pittsburgh chapter. I wanted to expand my skill set and then also connect with others like-minded.
Awesome. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. All right. Any others?
Yeah, hi, I can go. So yeah, my name is Shubham. I am a mechanical engineer by profession. And I did earn my PMP like 2024, and I recently earned my PMI ACP. So I'm just trying to kind of work through what all like certifications I can do, which can help me progress in my career, and also have a black belt in Lean Six Sigma. So I'm kind of coming from a background where manufacturing, engineering, all those stuff. So I definitely am looking forward to kind of get together with like-minded people, as like someone said, and yeah, excited to be here.
Great. Thank you. Welcome, Siobhan. All right. Anyone else?
All right, good evening. My name is Celine Powell. I'm a PMI member. I've joined this chapter, and I'm currently studying for the PMP. And I joined the chapter to learn from the community. I'm interested in volunteering as well and learning
Great.
from everyone. Thank you.
Awesome. That's great. You're going to hear some good stuff about a study group that we have. So I'm excited to talk to you about that. All right. Did I miss anyone?
Yeah, I'm Karen
Oh,
Cornell. I just joined a little late. I'm sorry about that. I have been a member for a while and I have enjoyed it, but I feel like I probably I'm out in the Greensburg area, probably a little disconnected. But I just wanted to refresh on some of the things that I might not be aware of. So yeah,
excellent. Well, great. Glad to have you for sure.
thank you.
All
Karen,
right.
I'm a Ligonier, so I totally get it.
I was going to say you got a neighbor.
All
Yeah, it's
right.
like, oh, Pittsburgh.
All right. Anyone else? Sorry, I can't see one screen. I'm not used to that, but one screen. All right. So the next question was really to see how long it's been since you've joined. So I think we heard that kind of answer from many of you. It's interesting volunteering for the chapter. It sucks you in, and before you know it, you've been volunteering together with these folks for a long time. So happy to have you, whether you've been here over a year, just a month, or any length of time there. All right, so we're going to talk about member and value, and I think Deb is going to go into these things. Deb.
Sure. Let's get caught up with my notes. So there's about 700,000 members across the globe, which is, if you ever go to one of the PMI global summits, you get to meet people from all over the world. It's kind of amazing. So PMI is the leading authority in project management, and it's existed for just a little bit longer than this chapter. And the mission, and we really do take this to heart here, is community powered knowledge. There are gold standard certifications, and it provides career long development and networking. There's roughly 300 chapters. It might be 301 now, across 214 countries. If you look on the next page, it's really just PMI's purpose. I'm sure you've all seen this, but it really is to maximize project success to elevate our world. It's the reason why PMI exists. It's the force that guides everything that PMI does. PMI believes that the world needs more projects to succeed, and we need project professionals to take ownership of the project success and successful implementation of critical projects. And believe that all of us have the unique ability to help and impact our world through project success.
Awesome.
There are, in this world, we know that there's a demand for project management, and the demand is rising across any industry you can think of: engineering, construction, business, and energy, the environment, banking. And to keep pace, we need to run more and more large-scale projects. And there's a study last year, the Talent Gap Report, that projected that by 2035, we would need 30 million project managers. So that's all of us, all of you, that we can make a difference. And then a couple of benefits. I don't know if you've all had an opportunity to try PMI Infinity, the AI tool. I used it for to help create a training framework. That was very helpful. I used it to help to um, come up with some interview questions for a PM candidate. Um, you, as a PMI member, you get free standard access to standards and the PMBOK, and I would encourage you to take advantage of that. PMBOK 8 just came out, so you should download your copy. And there's one other benefit. There's early access to job postings, and I can put that the link on the in the chat if folks are interested in that. And there's one other benefit. Not sure everyone's aware, but as a PMI member, you have access to the PM Expo. It's a virtual global conference that PMI is hosting. It's on March 26th. It's free, and I will put the link in the chat so you all can check it out, and I hope you are able to register. If you're so inclined, you can download a membership badge, add it to your social media. And then just one other thing about PMI and the global community that we're part of. Every year, PMI hosts a global summit. They host them regionally, so North America, Asia, EMEA. And they also have what they call Leadership Institute meeting. That's where these pictures are from. They're both great ways to keep us connected to PMI Global and to each other. This year we'll be in Detroit, so hopefully it'll be easier for folks to attend. The summit is open to all. It's a forum that will, help our community to upskill, keep pace with tools and technologies. The LIM brings together chapter leaders from across the globe. We work together to connect and work on ways to make more impact, right? So that we could take those back to our own chapters and elevate our own chapters and our project success in our community. It really is it's a community. When we grow together, we go further than we ever could alone. And you could see from some of those pictures that we had a lot of fun while we were there. Not a unique experience to Phoenix, but there was someone at the LIM in Phoenix who did mention that Pittsburgh brought the party. And, I know we're pressed for time, so I can't tell you the hula hoop story now, but maybe later. So I'll turn it back over to Kim.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. Now we're interested. We got to hear the hula hoop story. So as Deb said, our chapter has been around since 1980. It was one of the first PMI chapters to be built, and it was built by some folks, some men. Actually, I think they were all men, maybe one woman who started the chapter, and we have certainly grown from that. I think it was a bunch of folks. I know it was a bunch of folks who worked together. We're happy to say we still have one of those gentlemen who's part of our chapter, and he will tell you the story of how it started. But it was one person who had a team of project managers and wanted to figure out how to make them work better together and grow and build the community. And from that, we have our chapter, which we have over 1,600 members for sure. And everybody's got certifications and we have lots of opportunities. So it is all about the community. Like Deb said, I will tell you, I joined and got involved because I wanted to always make sure I could have a job. And I made great connections along the way. So lots of good conversation and friends. I don't know if Matt is on.
He is.
Okay, Matt, you were going to talk about this one, I think.
I swear Matt was just there.
Okay,
Matt
well,
Craig.
that's okay.
Okay.
That's all right.
He's there. He's just not, yeah.
That's alrighty. So some of the things that the chapter, the benefits you get from our chapter is we're going to talk about each of these in depth, but in general, we have professional development opportunities. Rob's going to talk to you about what we can do, but it's a way to not only, if you're getting a certification to study for that, or also supporting all of the things that you do, including the PDUs that you need to maintain your certifications. Networking opportunities, I'm going to talk to you about some of those, some of the mentoring programs, job opportunities, local connections that we like to make. Then we have community involvement. So Matt will talk to you about some of those things. There's community projects, and I will talk about volunteer roles. And then we have knowledge resources. So we try to bring the information that PMI Global is sharing and our chapters that are in our region. So lots of opportunities to connect in our chapter and outside of our chapter. We do bring in guest speakers, and Dean will talk about some of that. So lots of good stuff to come. All right. Okay. So it's me. So membership and volunteer. So we are here to support our members by offering ways for us to connect with each other and connect with the community. We do mentoring. So we'll talk a little bit about mentoring next. We actually kicked that off. We've had it for a few years, but we really relaunched it last year. We have communication of benefits. So we like to tell you what is coming. We send a note out to new members. We're doing this orientation. Like I mentioned, this is our first one, but we'll continue to do these, and we will save them out on our YouTube channel so that people can watch it later. We have volunteer support. So whatever we can do, if you have an idea for a way to connect, we are trying to do more in-person events. So I'll talk to you about that when we talk about mentoring, but really just to bring the community together. And then we like to celebrate your certification. So when you get one, we will always ask that at a meeting, whether it's a chapter meeting or a breakfast club, which you'll hear about. And we always ask that, who's a newly certified member. Anniversary celebrations actually right on our website. Stephanie and her team, our marketing and communications folks, put that right on the website. So you'll see people's anniversaries pop right up there. And then we have a volunteer appreciation event that we like to do every year or every 2 years. And that's usually a really fun, big event. The last one we did is we went to PNC Park and got a behind the scenes tour and a really nice dinner and got to connect with each other. So that's what membership and volunteers is doing. I will turn it over to programs. Dean.
Yeah, thanks, Kim and Deb. Hi, everyone. My name is Dean Brandt. I'm the VP of Programs. And if you've ever attended a chapter meeting, which since I've been the VP, all the chapter meetings have been virtual, you will most likely see my face introducing the speakers. I think Deb filled in for me once. But the programs team does a number of events, chapter meetings being the first. So I'm responsible for booking a variety of speakers within project management or peripheral to project management based on surveys and talking to the community, what we think that the membership wants to hear about. And I'm always open to hearing what people are interested in. So never hesitate to reach out. The chapter meetings are always the second Thursday of the month. We do take off 2 months a year, July and August, but other than that, it's the second Thursday of the month, 7 p.m. Although 7 p.m. is when the speaker starts, we usually kick off chapter meetings at 6:45 p.m. Eastern time in order to catch up on chapter business, share any updates, and like Kim said, recognize any anniversaries or whatnot. There's 2 additional slides, but just quickly, we do have 2 other programs that I oversee, which is Breakfast Club and Women in Project Management. And we do have 2 sets of co-directors that actually do the day-to-day activities. Angelique and Celeste do the Breakfast Club, and Holly and Rebecca do Women in Project Management. So we'll jump to the next slide. So Breakfast Club is something that Angelique had really pushed to bring back. And these are our in-person gatherings. They're on the smaller side. So we usually restrict them to 10 to 20 people. A lot of them end up at Panera, but we just did one downtown at Apollo Cafe, which was fantastic. But it started out when they brought them back. I think the chapter used to do them a while ago, and then we brought them back. And it started just in the North Hills, alternating between 2 locations. But we slowly developed interest in, we had one downtown, we've had some in Johnstown, State College. We're going to do one in the South Hills. We did one in Cranberry. So if you'd like to ever co-host one with one of our VPs or directors, we would love to have more around, not just the city, but anywhere within our region. And what these are, so they're in person. We provide a light breakfast, and it's usually lightly facilitated discussion. It could be on a number of topics, but it's a good opportunity to meet other PMs, but also learn some tips and tricks And also we do give PDUs for the Breakfast Club as well as the chapter meeting and the Women in Project Management. The breakfast clubs are typically on Friday mornings at 7:30, but there's no set schedule to them, so you have to pay attention to the calendar. With Women in Project Management, those are always the third Thursday of the month, and those are 7 p.m. and those are also virtual. And they're always free and they're always open to everyone, even though it says Women in Project Management. And a lot of the topics are geared towards issues that women face in project management. There's a lot of great subject matter that Holly and Rebecca book, and I've attended some, and there's plenty of men that attend them as well. But this is an opportunity for Holly and Rebecca in this case to bring in speakers or facilitate themselves discussions and topics that they've experienced or that other members have experienced that they want to focus on. Also, we give PDUs for that as well. And these also are every month except for July and August. I will say breakfast clubs are the one thing that occasionally run in July and August in terms of programs. But if you do want to get involved, we have a open position for cross chapter events director.
Awesome. Thank you, Dean. And I will tell you, I'm not a morning person, but I went to the Breakfast Club and the breakfast meeting, and it was really fun. It was worth getting up early for. So, that's a selling point, but it was really good and got to meet some folks who I would have not met and who had not been to other chapter events. And from that, we spawn an idea of something else we're probably going to do. So, so it's really fun to do. And of course, Women in Project Management's that great connection as well. All right, Stephanie is going to talk about marketing and communications.
My goodness, my hair is a mess. Sorry, guys. Hi, I'm Stephanie. I'm Stephanie Muller now. I am the VP of Marketing and Communications. Matt McConnell is my director of communications. He's also online as well. So anything that you see on the LinkedIn or an email or that is on the website, we are handling. We send out an email every Tuesday with all of the events coming up. And then we did have the weekly emails to the members, but we've since cut that back because there just wasn't enough news to talk about, and I didn't want to spam you guys. So we're going to do that about twice monthly for members about different events and different perks that you can receive as a member only. I saw someone just ask us about the YouTube, so I just put that in the chat. We do have a YouTube page. There's some fun things on there, videos of the board members, and Deb just uploaded stuff about the membership or the mentorship information. So yeah, that's kind of what we do. We have a director of web potentially starting soon. I need to talk to her, and we have a marketing liaison position open and a social media position open if anyone's interested. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Stephanie. You guys do great work. Keeping us polished. All right. Outreach.
I am here. I was having trouble with my audio equipment there.
That's okay. We cover for each other, friend. It's good.
Thank you.
Your turn.
Now you're on time, right? Right on time.
Now I'm here. That's right. So hey, folks, it's good to see everyone. It's wonderful to see everyone on camera. Hey, James, I'm looking forward to reconnecting with you. I'll mention you here actually. So I'm Matt Craig. I am our VP of Outreach for the chapter, and to Kim's earlier point, I am have been around volunteering with the chapter for quite some time. It is a wonderful organization, and for those of you who did say that you're interested in volunteering or being part of it, very much would love to welcome you in. It's such a great group of people, very mission focused, very helpful, and very much want to make a difference to the professional lives and the personal lives of the folks who are in the membership and very much those who are volunteers. So, look forward to meeting any one of you at some of our upcoming events. Some of the things that we're doing. So outreach, the whole purpose of outreach is to help sort of build bridges between our chapter and PMI globally as well, and the organizations in our region, commercial organizations. So we have corporate outreach, nonprofits. We've done a number of different sort of volunteer-led activities over the years, where we give an opportunity for our members to go out and help some of the nonprofits in the region. We're also trying to put a bit more of a project management centric emphasis on that help. It has been fun getting out there, doing some of the activities that we do that are good normal volunteer activities, but we're also trying to bring people's expertise into play as well. The other things that we're doing is trying to really rebuild our corporate ambassador network. If any of you are interested and would like to serve as an ambassador between the organization that you work for and the chapter, to be a bi-directional conduit of like, what are the needs and challenges and issues that your organization is facing that might be facilitated by insights or help from the chapter or from PMI's global standards or other research. We have access to so much good material, and even just the network of our members and volunteers can be very powerful. So there's an opportunity there to sort of bring us insights from your organizations, and of course to act as the spokesperson for what the organization offers, to be sort of the voice of professionalism, of certification, of access to standards and guidance and governance and things like that. So if you're interested in serving in a corporate ambassador kind of a role, let me know. Reach out. I don't think we've posted our emails here, but we're pretty easy to find. So I'm VP_outreach at pittsburghpmi.org. Speaking of James and I did chat at our anniversary events last year, and we do need to reconnect. But one of the things we did talk about, and I'll mention this here, is we have a lot of people in our membership who are either veterans or active military members, and they're curious about how can they transition from that world into a more business environment in many cases. How can they have access to training and support? And there are a lot of tools and resources available to help with that. And in fact, James and I do have a plan to get together and put on a session to help people have insight into what those opportunities look like. So I'm calling you out, James. But yeah, that's something that we'll put on the calendar for later on this year. And the other thing, as you can see here, is that we do have a PMO roundtable event that I'm going to work on actually with Kim. We're going to sort of co-organize this, but really to bring together some people who are more from the PMO world around how can we drive success for PMOs in our region. Some of the emergent topics that we see, which they're almost perennial, but like, how can the PMO help be a deliverer of value for the business, not just an executor or guider of projects? Certainly the topic of AI comes up all the time. So we're probably going to have a bit of a joint roundtable session on AI enablement, value delivery, and also the characteristics of how project management can help extend beyond what we often see in many organizations, which is essentially just sort of IT delivery, but in terms of actually making serious business change. So look for that coming up to hit the calendar soon. And with that, as I said, reach out to me if you've got any questions. And the other thing is, I am looking to fill a director of outreach events role. So if you'd be interested in helping to coordinate and organize the events that we have, I'd love to hear from you. Thanks, folks.
Awesome. Thank you, Matt. Thank you very much. All right. Professional development, Rob.
All right. Thank you. So goes without saying that we're excited to have you here as members, right? One of the core pillars of our chapter is professional development, and we're all about helping you grow and gain confidence and build the skills that will support you in your future career. So it doesn't matter where you're at, whether it's an academic journey or a professional journey, we have a goal to meet our members wherever they're at and help them take the next step forwards and, in what they need to be successful. We focus on many areas, student engagement, learning experiences, and it pretty much boils down to anything that we can bring to the table that'll add real skill building opportunities that, we can use the right way, in your careers. So next slide, please. Thank you. So what does professional development really mean, right? Well, our chapter, we want to create spaces for you to learn, grow, and collaborate with others, right? We want to be able to allow a room for you to share your goals. So we hold workshops, we hold study groups, we hold hands-on learning sessions designed to help strengthen your leadership skills and communication and professional readiness. One of the groups that we hold, we're going to talk about later, is our study group that we use, to help out our members with their upcoming PMP or CAPM exams. So we're not just about developing skills, right? We want you to develop confidence as well in these areas. So you'll have opportunities to grow together through challenges, and more importantly to me is building connections, right? We want to make sure that you guys build connections with other like-minded individuals that will help you and support you for years to come. So what some of the flagship items that we have in our chapter is our PMP and CAPM study group. This it doesn't matter if you're off, following a certification right now at the moment, right? This program gives you access to a supportive learning environment, and it's about peers teaching peers. So you'll collaborate with others, you'll share your strategies, and you'll learn from other members who have real experiences in project management concepts, right? This helps us and our members stay up to date with best practices, to deeper your understanding in project management and the way it's evolving in this world, which is it's evolving rapidly, right? Especially, to Matt's point, AI, it's something that's always changing. So meeting together and finding people from different areas and connecting with others in these type of study groups will definitely keep you up to date. And it'll also expose you to some tools and techniques that are up and coming, and that you can probably leverage, in your own professional settings. So,
I'm
yeah,
sorry, the test is changing, right? So something.
absolutely, yeah. So, yeah, definitely, that's a really important point. And to Deb's point, and the new PMBOK that came out, that's going to be a topic that's going to be, an upcoming hot topic of conversation that we're going to have during that CAPM and PMP. So, in our study group. So, I encourage you guys to come in and sit in and listen. And if you have to contribute, by all means, please reach out so you can contribute. Like I said, the goal of that study group is not just for members who are getting their certifications. It's to allow members to teach members and in whatever area they are in their journey, right? So when you have so as a new member, what can you expect to gain, right? Well, like we'd already talked about, you got skills, that you're going to learn. Something that, some of these things will help you stand out in internships and job interviews for sure. You'll have structured support, for your certification prep exams. And that goes for anything, right? It goes for CAPM or PMP. So if you ever decide to, pursue any sort of those related credentials, and again, those study groups may grow and may change up, in the future. So depending on the demand and what we could offer, we might be able to support those other areas and those other bodies of knowledge. So you'll be working with peers from other universities and broadening your network, and obviously seeing new perspectives, like I've already mentioned. And you're going to build confidence, right? And that's kind of the thing. If anybody here remember taking their PMP or their ACP exam, it's kind of stressful, right? So being in a room, with these members who've already taken the exam or members who are about to take the exam, it's going to help build confidence, right? It's going to help build going to help build your knowledge base and confidence, and hopefully help you succeed in passing that exam. So
when is the test changing from PMBOK 7 to PMBOK 8?
That's a good question. I have to look that up.
July 8th, 2026.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
good. I knew it was July. I
Beat me
didn't know
to
what
it.
it was. Yeah, I didn't know what day in July, but yeah, it was July 8th. Yeah, so without a doubt, our chapter is first and foremost a community, right? In our portfolio, we collaborate a lot with other universities. We host events and we celebrate, our achievements together. We have events such as like our professional development day, right? And some of the things that we have coming down this year, we're planning on offering our members workshops for free that you guys can sit in and these workshops cost money, but to you guys as a thank you and to help you guys again to align with your growth and professional growth and development, those are just going to be freely accessed to you guys. So keep an ear out for that. So throughout your time, in our chapter, your involvement will create even more of these experiences, between members. And we hope some of these experiences moving forward will help motivate you, and hopefully we can help shape you and grow you as a successful professional for years to come.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rob. All right. Now our back office friends. Randy, I know you're out there.
Yep. Okay. So I'm Randy Rainier. I am the Vice President of Finance. The other people on the team are Gabby. She is Vice President of Administration. And then we have Jean, who is Vice President of Governance. So essentially, we're doing all the stuff in the background. Okay. Obviously, I'm making sure bills are paid, contracts approved, that we have money, which we do. Um, Gabby's handling like the day-to-day admin stuff, which includes um, our minutes for our meetings, to helping set our agenda. We have to go through and send to PMI every year stuff related to the elections that we have. Like half the board gets elected every other year, along with we have various reporting we have to do for PMI Global. And Gene is governance. He's the one we just sent out to vote on bylaws. I mean, that came from his hard work. Uh, so he's been doing that. Along there's also some other things that we have to do as a board, and as directors basically sign some things every year saying that we are adhering to PMI Global, all the ethics and all that stuff that's out there. So I mean that is pretty much what we do. But again, we operate pretty much in the background. You usually don't hear from us a whole lot, the three of us. But again, these are all key roles that have to basically appease the chapter and appease PMI Global.
You keep us running. We appreciate very much.
Right, yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. So we talked a lot about involvement. I mean, I think you probably all know we're all volunteers. So whatever role we take, we help each other and support each other. So how can you get involved? And I think Rob is going to talk about the study group.
All right. So just again, I was talking to myself as I was finding the slide. So yeah, again, reiterating back what I mentioned earlier, is what this PMI, PMP, and CAPM study group is all about, right? And the hope is that you guys are able to attend these groups not only like I've told the board and anybody else who I meet, project management to me, and the way that I approach it is it's not just a certification, it's a way of life. These are certain lifestyle skills that we take outside of a professional setting. I mean, God knows that it's a project when I have to paint my house, right? Like I do everything. I budgeted time, everything is done. So this study group it's not just for PMP and CAPM exam, right? It teaches you the culture of professional project management. uh, and again, it's not just about study habits, but it's about growing you as a person and as a professional. So Vatzel has been doing it for a very, very long time. And he's definitely really good at keeping you on track, and it definitely does a great job. And hopefully you guys are able to join and see what we have to offer. So hope to see you there.
Would they find it on the website?
Yeah, yep. So if you go to our PMI Pittsburgh chapter website, there's a calendar out there, and the event is out there, and you're free to go in, register, and we'll send you an invite. Probably the day before or the day of, and just go in, jump in, and listen in, and
And it's virtual, right?
Yep. For now, anyways. For now.
Virtual sessions. So no fear of joining if you're interested. And I know we've heard from lots of folks who have every month we have more folks who did this study group and who passed their tests. So
Yep.
Thank you. Thanks so much. All right, so mentorship program. So I mentioned that we had launched this. We've done it in a few different ways and, change it every time. Or change it often, I should say. But this is the second year of this particular program. We're partnering with another organization. They're helping us and providing the content and the platform. So actually a platform that you can use. Again, it is virtual. And it's more than just mentoring, because lots of times mentoring is one-on-one and sometimes the pairs don't work out, or you're not exactly getting what you wanted to out of it. So this tool has a lot of other things. Number one, you don't just get one mentor or one mentee, you can get teams of them, so a few folks to connect with. And then it allows you to do some other things like building career maps. It has dynamic matches, like I mentioned, and then ongoing support. So there's tools, there's training, there's tips. And then we're also working with this team to get out information to you on a regular basis. One of the exciting things I'm really excited about is we're going to actually be in person. I like to be in person. And so we're going to do that probably in downtown Pittsburgh. And it is March, it's a Wednesday, so it is March 25th. We'll send out more information. It'll be on the website for sure. But we're excited to bring folks together, have some appetizers, and connect. Kind of related to mentoring, but even if you're not in the mentoring program, we certainly would welcome you. And if you're interested in joining mentoring, just send me an email, VP of Membership, and we'll connect you. The second class or cohort just started, but not too late to jump in. We're excited to have you join us. All right. So some upcoming events. Project Powerhouse, driving business value beyond the deliverables, and that is a Teams meeting. That's on March 12th at 6:45 start. Just like Dean had mentioned, we start those 15 minutes early, and it's about high impact session to build around leaders who need projects to deliver real business outcomes. So that's going to be fun and exciting. And then the Women in Project Management has a class about, or a meeting about finding balance, self-care for busy project professionals. And that's also a Teams meeting, and that's on March 19th at 7 p.m. So it'll be another exciting opportunity. And then, like I said, I know Matt mentioned some things, I've mentioned some things, so we'll have a lot more on our site. So certainly keep an eye out to our emails and check out our website. Volunteer opportunities. So many of us have talked about the volunteer opportunities. We try to figure out what we need to support, because we are all volunteers, and we try to make the jobs right size so that you can, it's not a full-time job. So we have some here. Social media coordinator. I know that Stephanie mentioned that, and she may have somebody to fill it, but because they're all volunteer positions, we can always take more folks. PDD director. So the PDD is something that Rob mentioned that we have. It's a big professional development day, and that takes a team to do. So looking for someone to help there. And then outreach director, looking for folks to manage logistics, and Matt mentioned that too. You can express your interest by clicking on this link here, or you can email me, because I am responsible for volunteers too, and I'll get you to the right person. And on our website, we also list our volunteer opportunities. If there isn't something out there and you think, I want to get involved, but I'd like to do something little, or, bigger, but maybe in the background, as Randy mentioned, there are opportunities in governance, in finance, in administration, lots of opportunities. So if it's not specifically called out, reach out to any one of us or to me, and we'll find the right job or the right task for you and get you connected. All right, so there's two ways. Stephanie and her team did this slide, which looks very pretty. Thank you. You can connect with us. This is the QR code for the chapter LinkedIn page, and we'd ask you to follow us there. Stephanie and her team do a great job of posting information. And then there's the YouTube, which I know Deb had just shared, I think. Again, I'm only on one screen, but that's what I heard. But you can connect there, take a picture of it, and connect with us there, where this will be posted, and feel free to share. We love when people share our content and the stuff that we work on. All right. And then this is one of the events we're excited about. We want you to save the date. It's called Immaculate Collection, like Immaculate Reception, like, with the blitz for the litter cleanup. So we're cleaning up and getting ready for the NFL draft. It's going to be on April 12th. Registration is going to open soon. So we're going to meet near Acrisure Stadium, and we're going to red up and clean up the city and get it ready for that exciting event. So lots of ways to connect and do good things for the community and for each other. So we want to thank you for attending for sure, and I will stop this, and maybe Deb, you might want to stop the recording, and then we could take some questions. All right.